Worst parts of great games. Chrono Trigger. Widely considered to be one of the best, if not the best, 16-bit JRPGs. Chrono Trigger was originally released very late in the life of the Super Nintendo, almost like a swan song for the RPGs of the era, with artwork by Akira Toriyama and highly refined gameplay. It was a story about time travel. It was a story about time travel in a fantasy world, going from prehistory into the far future, to the end of time, and even into forgotten chapters of history. And while the exact way that time travel affects things was played rather inconsistently throughout the game, that's not the issue I'm taking with Chrono Trigger. The issue I have with the game is one of language. No, I'm not talking about the translation, as actually it had one of the better translations to English of the 16-bit era. My issue is that no matter what point you find yourself in the timeline, everyone is always speaking the same language. And there's only very minor variation with the language, like in prehistory, where everyone talks like a cartoon caveman. But realistically, if you were to go back 200 years in the real world, you wouldn't be able to talk to other English speakers, or you'd have incredible difficulty doing so. And in Chrono Trigger, you don't go back 200 years. The smallest time jump you ever do is 400 years. And this is an issue that could have been solved fairly early on, just like one line of throwaway dialogue once you're in the future. You know, some kind of Star Trek-esque universal translator. It would make about as much sense as a lot of the other sci-fi elements in this game. Maybe do it during that scene where the girl's repairing a robot from over 1,000 years in her future. And yes, this is an RPG from the 16-bit era, so some things just aren't gonna make total sense. But a suspension of disbelief will only take you so far. And the language issue here, that pressed past my willingness to suspend my disbelief. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and tell your friends.